and you are now live.
Thank you, Asha. Welcome everyone to this evening's FBS Chat with Kata from Switzerland. And my guest host, Mia. Hi, thank you for joining us on this evening. So I'm always fascinated how our guests came across the solution-focused approach and what drew you to it in the first place.
Wow, it's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
I was just into educating adults in methodology, and this is how Peter Szabo turned up in my life. We worked together on a project in Hungary, and as far I remember or know, this was the time he was discovering solution focus for himself, and let's say adopting it into the coaching world. And I was kind of his, I don't know, satellite on the way or colleague, and I just took all his books one after the other, and we had endless conversations about it, but also in it, I would say. So it took me more than 10 years till I attended my first regular course in solution focus. So it's a funny way, but a long way. And it came with, with getting hooked by a way how someone was living it. Peter, I don't know if who of you knows Peter Szabo. He's living it or being it till his last piece of body, and I think it's always the biggest attraction to see the person who's working or being with it. With solution focus. This is, I think, how we get the most hooked, because we get to like the person in it. And this is my story.
So do you remember what it was that inspired you, that you were curious about, that drew you? You know, it was Peter and his way of living it, but what was it about it, the theory or the approach, that made you particularly hooked on it?
One important part was, so our joint history was designing learning spaces for adults, mostly for those who are teaching others. And this discovery of solution focus as an encouraging way of learning, I think this is what made me interested and keeps me interested. I remember it wasn't easy to communicate it in the first place, because most people I talked about it were interested in teaching in general or teaching solution focus. And so our joint interest was teaching anything in a solution focused way. So this is what makes me still excited.
Wow.
So So before you discovered Peter Szabo and his solution focused way, and you said it was like 10 years before you had any official training in the solution focused approach. What were you doing in those 10 years? What difference did it make to your students or whoever you were working with?
A huge difference. Actually, I started into my professional work very close to my university studies. So I still was with 1 feet as a student. And then I already started to have teachers in teacher training courses. Yeah, and I was doing them all the time, and I was also a student in those years. And there was maybe something that's important to mention. I did research project on coaching, also very early years, so 98 till 2000 in Switzerland. This was my first entry in Switzerland. And this is the time when it became recognized on leadership level, coaching as a support of mainly leaders that time. And the University of St. Paul, we made a research project around it. So it was also something I did. And then I started an independent career in Switzerland, strongly linked with Peter and other colleagues, Daniel Meyer. And then 2007, the first solution service coach trainer class. This was my first formal training. I already gave some solution focused trainings before as the trainer before I did it.
So what amazed you about going back, getting training that you had already trained other people doing? How was
Actually,
that?
this was a big party. We had something like in Basel. We had, I think, like 12 or 14 participants from around the world. Peter and Daniel Meyer, Peter Sabo were their trainers. And then we were, I think, around 10 trainers in another circle, kind of, and learning how to train in a solution-focused way. But this was the first time, and actually the last as well. Never again happened this with these two circles of learning. And it's so exciting if you are able to look at as it emerges, the learning process. And these were 12 days in 4 modules, a training I already knew, but it was a total different and fun way looking at it.
So what was it? What do you remember? What was it like being the trainee doing a training that you knew so well?
I am fascinated by. I also like to watch a film 2 times. You know, because you recognize different stuff, and it's a bit similar to me. I remember I had a logbook. I think that's the right English word for that. Diary is the right book. And I was very keen on all the stories Peter and Daniel told. So since I knew the training already and knew what would happen, I could laugh about the jokes in advance. So I could really take notes on the stories. How do they deliver the solution-focused message? You know, for instance, the story about Steve not understanding some words. It made my thinking. I won't call it complete, but again with an additional interesting facet.
Sure. Hey, cool.
That's really cool.
Very interesting.
And I didn't tell you who were the other trainees, and you might know some of the names, and then you also can understand my excitement learning together with
share.
Johansson. Sorry?
It's just us. You can share.
Yeah, I can. Like Björn Johansson, Aoki-san from Japan were on the training, Stephanie Fombide, Berbel from Finland, Janine from England. You know, wow. We really had a high time.
Must have been.
I'm Katy, I'm still a bit confused, and trust me, it doesn't take a lot.
Okay.
So, are you training teachers in the solution focused approach with their students? What were you actually doing at that point?
Okay. You might be confused because I do several things. Okay.
Okay.
So still very early time, I'm training dialogue professionals. They call themselves mostly coaches. And I'm into the coaching field also with my own activities. This is one thing. But also from the interest, from the early hours until today, I train trainers and or teachers who will train others and teach their pupils in anything. So not in solution focus.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So right now, my biggest, maybe biggest excitement is working with teachers in Germany who are mostly on the level of this is a word I can never say, when pupils learn a job, like
Apprenticeship?
Yes.
Apprenticeship. Yeah.
And with me, the teachers learn to support the learning of their students in a solution-focused way.
Okay.
You look like
Yeah.
understanding?
Yes, of course.
So
Absolutely.
So it's not teaching them so much to be solution focused, but to be more solution focused in their teaching.
Yes, but the first happens too,
Yeah.
I think the exciting or lovely thing about solution focused is that you don't have to become solution focused first in order to work that way. So this is what I love around it. That
You just can't really help yourself. You end up being solution focused if you have to work solution focused.
Maybe I would never.
So.
I would never go for it, because I think every person has his right for being as he or she is. But
Sure.
something happens when you start with the practice of appreciating others, taking them for serious. Asking them before you are telling to them and all those stuff. It has an impact on us.
So what's particularly interesting for you at the moment then? What are you geeking out in at the moment, if I can say that? You're a passionate solution-focused woman, so I choose to call you a geek. That's an honor.
That is an honor.
I think I have a level of being excited on the professional, but also I'm excited and challenged on a very personal level. Which one do you want?
You choose.
Both.
Yeah, let's take both. You choose where you start.
Let's start with the personal one because I hear the signs while we are talking. I'm a mother of two. I'm a late mother, and that's it's a good thing for them. I think it would have been an impossible thing to be my child earlier when I was younger. And this is an everyday thing, meeting situations with my whole solution focusedness. Which are so fast, so challenging, them finding their own will and me wanting something from and with them. So this is something I don't know how parents do who are not having a solution-focused spruce with them. So I'm the lucky guy. I do have a husband who's not just a cool guy, but he's also into it.
Yeah.
Be staying curious for the next possibility to make it a bit with more joy and fun, maybe a bit better. So this is the personal level. I'm very.
And you and Jesper, you're creating super-powered next generation of solution-focused kids, really.
Yeah, I hope so. that they will like it too. Yeah. I see sometimes the signs on them. Of course, we have no proof that these are the solution-focused signs because they never grew up without it. So we can't compare. Yeah. But how do they appreciate each other and also language-wise are able to point out useful differences? I just love it. And from a 7 and a 9 years old, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Talk to them in 10 years.
I admire you for that.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I admire you for that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I take it, there are days I really can take everything. Just stick with it. Yeah.
So what difference did you think it's made to your children that you're this way?
I think we stick longer in good assumptions because of it. This is one thing. So it allows us to come back and back and back again, and maybe even stick longer with useful assumptions like they do their best. This is the best way right now for them and for us all, for ourselves too. So this is probably one thing. And I forgot everything else right now because I like this description. Just be able to come back again and again into positive assumptions. Yeah. And the other one, I got the other one. I think they get the positive difference from Jesper and me talking about what goes well, independently if the children are around or not. But I hear ourselves again and again turn towards, okay, and what went well, and what are the good stories about us as a family and about the children, whatever they do. So this is, I think, the other very vivid benefit for them.
Yeah. It's interesting because we were having a meeting with, and there was a couple of solution-focused practitioners, and they were saying how difficult it could be sometimes to have those conversations with your own children, but you're not coming across as a therapist.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You already had several years of partnering with Jesper the moment when we got children. So we actually only knew this tune between us. So
that was your language.
This is the language of the family. It doesn't. I think this is one sentence we didn't hear yet. Not from each other and not from the children yet. Maybe it comes later. Maybe.
Maybe. Time will tell. It might not. Because it will be their language.
Yes. And I think also with friends and the bigger family.
What are you noticing? What are you noticing in the way?
You always can be. So they, with the time, they get that this is the best. This is what I'm interested in. So I can't help, actually. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Whereas when I try it, my daughter says, "Are you doing that solution-focused stuff on me again?" What difference would it make if I was doing that? Oh, Mum.
But I already heard myself also saying things like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it sounds like a coaching question." It's just what comes to my mind.
That's where they might say, "Yeah, Mum, it is one day when they get older.
But that's why it's not a point to say this sounds like, because I.
And for some people, that way of interacting is like with you, I guess with your children, it was like second nature because that's all they knew. So it didn't come across as, oh, mum's trying to sort of give us a session. It's just a natural
course.
Yeah. So you was talking earlier about the difference it made to you professionally as well. What were those differences?
And again, I started my professional work very closely with getting involved with solution focused. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe the bigger difference occurred to me as a person, how I'm dealing with myself. I'm coming from a family where we really were into finding out the truth, what's right, and knowing about what's wrong. And then getting into solution focus, that was a big change. So this was the bigger change, I would say, than doing my trainings or acting really professionally. Before solution focus, I only worked as a coordinator for adult education, and it was a very practical, very in the everyday sense, solution focused thing. So like, really, there is something, we have to go about it, let's figure out, do it, solve it. So that type of. But in the personal dealing with the world, I love, Harry Corman once said, or curiosity is a learned behavior. And I don't know, I never proved it philosophically, but I prove it with my life, that I really got a different kind of curiosity, and I'm not that interested in, is this true? But with the most things, I'm happy to go along and then see how it takes us, instead of trying to prove it or going into the deep of, or figuring out what about this person diagnosis or whatever. It's just not that.
So what kept you going, Kathy? I mean, because one thing is you grew up with another culture in your language in your family, but you are also one of the people, the first ones in Europe doing so much solution focused work. You're part of the first wave. So and I assume, I don't know, but I assume that has also meant meeting a lot of opposite ways of practicing or thinking of people and clients. And so what kept you going?
Nice question.
Very nice question.
That's why we invited her.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Joe's better half tonight.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I can tell you some stories around it, but I think it's kept him being excited, and in different waves, sometimes people ask about combining solution focus with other approaches, and then I can say, yes, I know people do it. And I'm the wrong person to be asked about it, because my professional way was more recognizing how can I do everything within the paradigm, So this seeing challenging situations with appreciative eyes, with seeking for the expertness, starting at the wished for end. So these principles keep my curiosity vivid the whole time, and it goes nicely along with observing people going around their job quite often in a different way than they did before. That's so rewarding. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I mean, this. Why is it so important to remain curious, Kati?
Good question, Joe.
Yeah. I'd say now you have to say something about that laugh.
Do you know what it is, Kati? I've got so we have youth workers who kind of say, I really need to be down into what the youth are doing and what the latest music is and what the latest video games are. And I would say, actually, if I don't know, I would ask that young person what that means to them, because I don't know. So, but some people feel that they have to sort of understand or try to understand all this, technology. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's so important. And so I have to ask that. And that's just either me being, it can either come across as ignorant. Oh, you're such an old man, you don't know what you're talking about, but tell me what it means to you. So that's kind of the reason I ask that, is I think that curiosity, once we lose that, I think it's horrible, because then we become experts.
Yeah.
And that's a different scenario, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you also can become experts through curiosity. Sticking with your example, if you would be interested in youth culture and go about what are they into it and how is that music, and making up your mind about it, you are curious, but you are getting expert on it. And what you describe, you are getting involved with your clients or partners or whatever in their view, and that's the difference. What I think is cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Again and again, I miss this. Again and again, I'm really getting curious about solution focus instead of the people who are doing or learning it. But it happens. I will remember your story. I love this distinction, what you just described. So your mind turned up in my stories.
No.
Yeah, as I heard Peter's story on Steve DeShazer, I might tell a story about Joe.
That's a good idea.
Please do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, and a lot of practitioners tell us once they start this way of working, there's no going back to the way it was.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
there was no for me. So there wasn't.
Yeah.
There's no way back.
Yeah.
No.
Don't know.
No.
We will see. And there is one question you asked earlier, and if it's okay with you, I still remember that. And
Excellent.
I'm a bit curious what I've done.
What a brain. Love it.
And this was what is exciting right now for me. And I answered the one on the personal level, and there was the professional level too. And this is the interaction thing within solution focus. And maybe for you it's all clear, but I started with solution focus in a moment when I would have say it's about the questions. So I was keen on collecting solution focused questions and asking solution focused questions. And I thought, finding the next question is the right thing and so. And in the last some years, inspired by several colleagues and microanalysis, I got into this whole view on what we are doing with this interactional understanding. And I'm so amazed how my teaching solution focus, as the one with the coaches, how this changes. And we were the school solution surfers who gave question cards to the learners, and we were proud that we didn't give them sheets with questions, but this beautiful, flexible thing, but we were basically teaching questions. And it took me somehow this microanalysis meeting, first with Harry Corman back 2009, that made my eyes like, what is it? What happens there in between, And that's still unfinished for me. So I could not teach you how to teach it, but I'm going about it and a bit impatient with myself, because the methodology to teach interaction, I would say, is not that advanced yet as we were in teaching questions and then encouraging them to leave the cards away and be natural in the conversation. But we don't have yet that many methods to encourage the natural ability of interacting, and while doing so, discovering the solution-focused paradigm. So this is what excites me right now.
So what about that particular bit is it that excites you the most?
If you make a discovery yourself, it's somehow a duty to act on it, isn't it? So
I think so.
As long as it was my best way teaching questions, I had to make it really well. But since I don't think it's about the questions, Hasan Moon says we are overselling questions. Because I love that. Then we have this chance and duty and curiosity as well to how could we work with a group. The teachers, in Germany I mentioned, I don't teach them for arranged conversations. Coaching is mainly is an arranged conversation. You sit down with someone or with a team, and both of you are knowing you are the coach and you are the client, and you partner together to get somewhere for the client. And with the teachers, we don't use this frame of leading one-to-one conversations. They should somehow figure out how to reorganize their work with more focus on what learners want, what they want to discover, what they are good at, but without leading one-to-one conversations. I'm again and again challenged how to strengthen their sense of discovery without this mind-blowing experience of one-to-one conversations and being coached.
That's really interesting. It sparks my brain thinking into the lead as a host way of thinking, the way that you're talking about teaching the teachers, of inviting them in and be co-hosts of their own learning.
I have to think that over. Thank you for that hint.
Oh, you're welcome.
That might be a nice additional angle. I never thought of that. I was thinking. So I like the concept of Mark and his colleague
Helen. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't.
That's okay.
But I didn't think of it yet. Thank you. I will think it through. How would that change teaching when you do that?
Yeah, Mia.
Mia, you asked the question.
How would that change teaching? I don't know, but you inspire me a lot. Because I was going, oh my God, what a task to teach people how to teach better by looking at their students. Is that me getting your teaching style right? And I don't know the answer to the question, but I'm in awe going, wow, that's such a complicated process. how do you monitor? What do you do, Katy, to ensure that you're keeping the learning alive? You know, because that's giving away control, I guess, to the max, in my view. She's having a moment.
That's cool. That's promising. How long are we still live? So when I go.
How much time do you need?
Okay. So I can tell you something about my former way before bringing host leadership into it.
Go for it. Is that okay, Joe?
Basically,
Yeah,
sorry?
Yeah.
I was just asking permission from Joe.
Yeah, of course you can.
Basically, I think solution-focused way of working sticks through experience. Let's say through reflected upon experience, basically. So this is what I think. So if I want them to experiment in their teaching with more responsibility, chances on the student side, then I think the best is to make them experience it. I'm having with those groups in Germany, the main client, 7 days in 3 packages and time of regular teaching for them in between. So what we are doing is they are getting it full time with me, 2 days, and then they go for 2 to 3 months with it and test ideas out. They develop during those 2 days. They interact with some of the others, and they have some good experiences and some strange experiences, and then they come back and we do it again. And then they go again. So this is what we do actually. So arrange their interactions while they are with me. So in my training time, organize their interaction very close the way I think they might have some success with their students too. So that's it.
And what's great about that gap is they can come back and tell you if there's been any differences.
Yeah.
What they've noticed.
Yes, of course. And that's one of those fascinating things about this interactional view, you know, that they are coming back and they invent the differences while talking about it. And so this is why it's so important, not because they come to me and I tell them others new stuff and whatever, but they reinforce themselves in their observations on their recognizing their own success through talking about it, basically.
Yeah. Wow.
Sounds quite similar to kind of family work that you guys do as well, Joe and Aisha, and that I do as well.
And you
Family
do,
work.
Yeah.
Plan what you want to do, go try it, come back.
Yeah.
What worked.
Yeah. Maybe the difference is that my participants can't decide that it's good enough. You know, they are somehow signed up for 7 days and they have to stick with it in that pre-ordered rhythm. And some of them maybe could be happy without me doing solution focus after the first time, and some of them maybe not even after those 3. So this is a bit of this difference, you know, that they don't, as school as it is not as a kind of a pre-ordered time. You have to stick with it years, and then you are outside.
Yeah, and I think what me and Aisha have kind of picked up over the work that we do with families is that that one meeting may be the only time that we meet them, because they're not mandated to come and see us.
Yes.
There is still that choice. They could decide, you know what, forget you, I'm not coming back. So it's kind of really made us focus on how can we make this, if it is our last meeting, how can we make it as useful as possible? In obviously from learning from what the clients want from the meeting. So that's, and it's a joy when they come back, you know, and things have started to move in that direction, even ever so slightly. But it can be a difficult task to almost. I think sometimes they want us to fix the family. You're the expert. Tell us what to do. What are we doing wrong? Rather than asking them, well, what are you doing right? Let's look at that first. So that's kind of a different shift altogether. But yeah, we love this way of working because I'm still very curious even after all these years. And I don't know what's going to work for you. And I was just wondering about the microanalysis, Carrie. What have you kind of? Because I think I don't know if you were describing like that therapeutic alliance or what people call it. Some things are just not measurable. You know, sometimes you have a connection with someone and you don't know why. And I don't know if you can study that. Can you study that? Is that something you can look at in microanalysis and say this is where it happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. So. So if you mean study like take a close look at, then I think you can study it. If you mean study like get better in it, I still think you can.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes. Okay, I can give you one example from one of the early hours with in my life with microanalysis. It was in Budapest. Harry Corman and Jocelyn Corman spent 2 days with us, and we were making conversations, looking at them, and so. And there was this beautiful conversation between Jocelyn and one of the participants, and we filmed it. So Harry made a recording on it, and then there was a strange moment in it. When Jocelyn did a U-turn in her work, like you would say A, and then the moment you say B, so like that. So something totally. Obviously, he had such a strong connection with the client that she recognized something that we all others didn't. And then it took really many times watching the little piece again, what happened there, till we recognized something on the face of the client. But Jocelyn was able to see and act on in that split of the second. So I think this is an example for what you mean, this studying the connection.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to sound like
Come on.
what I'm saying is, right, so
He gets he's very London.
No. I'm just trying to think of the way to word this, because one of the things I love absolutely about this approach is the uniqueness of every person that comes to see us. Right? And what I notice every time I meet a new client, family, is I ask the questions in a different way, but I'm not sure why I do it. Do you know what I mean? I don't stick to a script and say, so what are your best helps from our working together? I might change it completely differently. I might decide to say to them, actually, this is a solution-focused approach. This is how it works. How do you feel about that? Are you ready to proceed? And other times it's completely different, but I don't know why I do that. But something in that meeting, whether it's visceral, whether it's subconscious, tells me, don't ask that question. Ask something else. And because of the uniqueness of each client, I don't know how I can learn that. Do you know what I mean?
This is a funny reasoning you do. You say the client is different. And I would write today, 15th of December 2020, I would say every interaction is different.
Yes.
You would probably see a lot of what you are relying on in the moment. If you take a view on it afterwards. So, and this is microanalyzing your own work. This is the additional benefit, that you see yourself acting out your perceived in between, you know? You get it. Yeah.
It's fascinating because we've since lockdown we've had to record many sessions, and when you look back on them recordings, you think, oh my God, why did I ask that? What on earth possessed me? Or wow, that really hit the mark. That's somehow
where did that come from?
Where did that come from? And yet, if I asked a similar sort of questions to someone else, it could be the same. Well, that didn't hit the spot. So it's really fascinating what you're saying. It's something that I really want to look into, but I don't know. Something holds me back, and I can't explain it, Mia. I don't know what it is. It's my ignorance. It's my simplicity and my simple way of thinking that, do you know what?
No, because otherwise you wouldn't be asking the questions, Joe.
No, but do you see what I'm saying?
No.
We can micro-analyze a session and look at where the conversation, like they did in Milwaukee behind the mirror. What were the questions that actually moved people? What were the ones that weren't? But I still don't know that's going to work with my next client. I still don't know that.
This is what I hear right now is reasoning about two things. And I'm more interested in the third one. One reasoning is which was the question that moved, and I don't believe in that any longer. The other thing is what holds you back to microanalyze your sessions. Come on, Joe.
Do you know what? It's not a fear of looking at my sessions. I don't even think it's that. I think it's that feeling of I don't know how to put it. I don't know if I'm struggling with this.
May I offer you an alternative?
Yes, go on.
This is a story back in Malmö, 2009, visiting Harry and Jocelyn, and they asked us to bring a tape. So Anton Stellemans coached with a camera on, then Björn Johansson. And then we started to microanalyze, or at least close to microanalyze that session. And you know what? The first question Harry asked to Anton was the coach, what are you interested in? So please, if you once are interested in something, then you could analyze your session for that thing and not for microanalysis sake or whatever. And if you are interested, then take a closer look at, and we call that way of looking at it, microanalysis. Otherwise, keep on doing your good work. Is it a good alternative?
Katy, it's been, you know what? I've loved this conversation because it's making me think. But do you know what it is? I think there's that. Sometimes there's the. I think some practitioners can be. There's an arrogance, and I don't want. I want to be completely surprised and delighted, and enjoy the conversation wherever it leads, whether it's whatever the opening question is, and have the confidence to ask, has this been useful? Because I think sometimes we forget that. Has this been useful to you? It may have been useful to me, but I don't know how useful it's been to you. But it's definitely something that since the recordings, I've definitely looked at myself and thought, wow, there's something really worked and something didn't. And what was that moment or that change that thought of? And then I think, if I get too deep into it, am I going to start second guessing myself? Am I going to stop being natural? Am I making sense, Mia? Jump in, love.
I'm just wondering, suppose you ended up finding even more opportunities of finding small signs of things you could be curious about that you didn't notice at this very moment.
Yeah.
I think
No.
No, because I agree with you, Katy, going, it's all about looking at ourselves, it's not going to help us looking at the client, because it all depends on how I feel on the very day, did I get delayed on the bus? Did I not? Whatever. There's a lot of things having an impact on my presence at that very moment with that specific client. But I'm sure the more aware we become of signs, the more we can actively choose to use them in our conversations.
Yeah.
Do you know that dynamics in your work, when you go into a conversation with a certain level of energy and work with a client and come out with a much higher level of energy?
Completely.
This is a beautiful thing about our work.
I sometimes feel like I fall in love.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like I fall in love.
Whoa.
Like I'm high. I'm on
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Definitely.
So what's Solution Surfers, Kay? This is going across the bottom. It's been going across there for what Solution Surfers?
I have a word in my mind in German and
Say it. I know a little bit.
Stall.
I
have a nicer word. This is my professional home. Solution Surfers is a training network founded by Peter Sabo and Daniel Meyer, and led today by Daniel, and having faculties for teaching solution-focused coaching in 12 or 13 countries on different continents. And I'm on the team from the beginning, let's say. And this is how we are getting those excited conversations about making learning frames for solution-focused learning, And I founded together with a colleague in Hungary, the Hungarian faculty, and did quite a big piece of work in those years in Hungary when Solution Focus was about, starting there. And the company is 10 years now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. There are exciting news around that too. So this is Solution Surfers, and this is this very consequent, not knowing way of teaching solution focus through reflected experience. Basically.
So this exciting news on the way, is there any of that you can give us a little teeny little bit of today?
It's about the Hungarian company, and maybe looking at it from a different country, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But
But suppose people were to get in touch.
Watching your live sessions? Aisha, how many people are watching usually these videos?
usually gets up to about between 1,200 to 1,400
Wow.
in a couple of days, and then it builds up.
Okay, maybe we can in a couple of days announce it officially as well.
Or you can announce it officially here with your.
Then you can say this was where it was talking about.
This is where it happened.
Breaking news.
And it's just that after 10 years, the Herian company reaches a new phase, and my colleague Aaron Levendel takes over the company. And I don't have to do anything any longer.
Nice.
Over there, I only will do things I love and want to do. And he's a guy who's very good at making companies in an innovative, heartful, beautiful way. And he will continue on the company side, and but it's not official yet. But now it's open.
Everyone watching this.
That's fine. That's okay.
And where will that take you then, Katy? What's your next move? What?
There are at least two ways to answer this question. The one is what I always answer when close friends or family ask me. I want to tell that one as well, because that's the official version. I'm happy to concentrate even more on things I'm in love with, and this is actually doing this work and teaching in this work. So this is and maybe a bit having more time reading about it and bringing research into the practice and into the teaching more. That's the official version, and I think it would keep me going for the rest till my pension. But there is another way to answer this question, and this is, I think some more space is opening right now, time-wise, energy-wise, attention-wise, where things might occur I'm not aware of yet. So I'm recognizing how much of curiosity and fun to experiment comes.
Wow. Exciting times ahead in so many ways. Yes.
You have a fan club.
Yeah, I just got from Hungary.
Yes.
You've got Emma Burns.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wendy.
Oh, good.
Mark. Interestingly, although your wonderful husband, Jesper, was watching, he didn't comment, so we might just say something to him.
I love you.
Now, you're saying that, but I'm very curious. A solution-focused female partnered up with a solution-focused male. This is a very, very, very intrusive question. How do you argue?
That's a very good question.
Isn't it? Like, do you argue like a normal couple? Because couples argue, right? Or is it, what difference would it make to me if you lowered your voice? Well, I'm feeling at an 8 or, or 2. How do you argue, Katalin? I mean, just briefly, because
I think we only argue briefly. So this is one thing.
Okay, that's good.
I think we learn, if solution focusedness, then we learned to pause our discussions if we don't get further with something. So this was, for instance, how we started to give pocket money, you call in English, to the kids. We were discussing it or arguing about it several times for not too long because we just didn't come forward. And then there was a magic moment where I could go with his ideas, and then we've continued like that. So this is one thing. And I think how we argue is much more about these two people than about a solution-focused couple. So I don't know if any other solution-focused practitioner would keep living with me. I think it's about him. It's not about his solution focusedness.
Oh,
yeah,
I know
that's
you
lovely.
both love each other so
Yeah, this was the
much.
declaration of.
They so do, and it's so cute because when I was having a conversation with just a while back, he was proper bigging you up. Oh, Katty's brilliant. Her training's brilliant, and he's just written something actually. We pretend to be normal. Just pretend.
Oh yeah. Hey, good one.
I think it's absolutely brilliant. We've actually run out of time, guys. Sorry, Joe, did you want to ask one last question?
No, I was just going to say, you know, on those occasions when you're a bit sharp with me, and I'll say, would you like to ask me that in a way that's more useful?
Yeah.
And that's how we carry on.
Right, so some people think we're married, but we're actually not married. But we are like solution-focused husband and wife. We've known each other for about 16 years. And me being me, and he's like, it really annoys me because he's very, very, Mia, you can see him doing it, can't you? He very calmly, excuse me, young lady. You want to say that again in a more useful way?
I heard that. This giving choices to each other is something I heard from Anna Julia Sabo, who's one of those solution-focused children who was already brought up like that, and they are talking like this with her partner. We never came up to that level.
He does it, and I actually listen, and I change the way I said it. I mean, why do I do that?
I don't know.
Because it's a nice invitation, I guess.
Invitation, yes.
Oh, thank you, Kate.
Oh,
it's a nice invitation. There, you see? It's a nice invitation.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have followed.
That's it. You've got a bigger fan club than I am, Joe. So
this has been fascinating and fun all at the same time.
Thank you. For me too. I got some really cool ideas from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're brilliant. Thank you to Mia for joining us. And Mia, we're going to see each other. We're going to see each other in a few minutes.
What about us four talking four all together? We did it just right now. 3 of us. We should do all 4.
It's so true. And I think, you know what? I think, Kata, I've always admired you. I think you're absolutely brilliant and you're very true to yourself. And honestly, and you're brilliant. You're absolutely brilliant. We are so lucky to have you as part of our solution focus mentors. And I know Mia, we always say it to Mia. Mia says, but Mia is also one of our solution focus mentors. Our go-to person, and we're just so lucky to be expanding that family. So thank you very much. But can I just ask you guys to stay right there so we can say bye-bye personally. But for everyone else, we will see you Thursday at 5 p.m. where we have a solution-focused interview with someone from South Africa called Stanus, which Mark McCurgo is going to send me an email in a minute. So you pronounce his name wrong. Sorry, Mark. And when I say Mark McCurgo, I kind of stand to attention because, high respect for Mark McCurgo. And Jenny, of course, even more. But yes, I'll see you guys on Thursday, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.